Hey everyone, I'm Fred. Who of you took an airplane to get to Warsaw to attend Wolf Summit? Couple of you. Who of you spent time in an airport lounge, airport club, while traveling this time? So the few of you who did that entered the Millionary Store, the door which hides champagne and caviar from the 99%, because the 1% hides in airport lounges. For most of us, it's just a blurry picture. We don't know what's happening behind this millionary door. We're standing at the gate for hours, sipping cold coffee for €7 or £8 at London Heathrow and eating a cold sausage. Spending a lot of money, and even especially startups don't have much travel budget, right? So this is actually where people like me come into play. So I managed to become highest elite of all three alliances out there: Star Alliance, Sky Team, One World. What those of you probably know who have an elite status with an airline is that if you go to the lounge, you can also bring a companion with you. This person doesn't actually need to travel with you. It's just a person flying out the same airport, the same day with the same alliance. Usually airports are hubs, and 75% of all flights are catered by one alliance. So this is probably one of the most mysterious, underutilized resources in the world, this companion pass, because only 5% of lounge guests make use of their companion pass. 95% is going to the lounge alone, sit there and board. And I'm doing about, as I'm a management consultant, I do about 400,000 miles at least per year. This year I did 420,000, still 2 months to go. And I just sit hundreds of hours alone in the lounge and I'm bored. I'm looking at these faces of people and saying, maybe these people are interesting for me, maybe my next business partner. But maybe the guy is punching my face if I start talking to him because he just wants to be left alone. That's why earlier this year I came up with the idea of Lounger. So I'm connecting frequent flyers with lounge access with those at the gate, those ordinary 99% of flyers. And Lounger gets you in touch with the person who stands at the gate and helps that person to actually get into the lounge. Two hooks. One is a Facebook integration. You see the name Lounger. It's a mixture of Tinder and airport lounge. So if you want to hook up in the shower of the United Club or the Lufthansa Senator Lounge, you might rather want to use the Facebook integration, but now we also have a LinkedIn integration. If you look for new investment partners, if you look for a hot intern, if you look just for people to meet, you can use your LinkedIn integration and get someone in the lounge or get in the lounge yourself. For the first, we launched 8 weeks ago. We were very lucky in the first 2 weeks. Not only Huffington Post wrote about us, but we were on US television, Australian television. Salon, a left-wing socialist US media outlet, did a hit piece because they said it's the newest, weirdest perversion of capitalism to allow the 99% to get a sneak preview of how the 1% lives. Anyways, at the moment, Lounger is for free. We have all lounges in the world in our system. It's currently web-based. We don't have an app yet because that costs money.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Now is the time for questions. Now's the time for questions.
Yeah, thanks for a very entertaining presentation. Only one who had only one slide, so that's very good. Very interesting. So you haven't thought about the poor 1% who then gets hacked by the 99%, but that's another story. But mine is just that if this gets very popular, which I think it will, so what happens when the airliners say, oops, only one?
Yes. So bureaucracy. So these airlines are associated in alliances. You have the 3 large alliances. Now Etihad is also Etihad Partners, the 4th alliance entering the market, the new kid around the block. These alliances consist out of 12 to 30 airlines. It takes them years and years and years to make decisions. It's like the European Union trying to figure out the refugee crisis. You have like different airlines, most of them state-owned, some of them public-listed companies, sitting in Frankfurt, for instance, at the Star Alliance headquarters, or in New York at the One World headquarters, and trying to figure things out. So it will take 3 to 5 years for them to change something, and their frequent flyers would be very unhappy. So if only one alliance moves, they would lose a lot of customers to another alliance who still allows companion passes.
But again, I think that since you were right on that one, it's so few uses it, but then when they start to calculate if everybody really takes one, so then the cost will get very high, which means the 1% will start to protest because they will get less service. So I think it will change. If you succeed, this change will come pretty quickly, actually, because the airliners will lose a lot of money again.
So I totally agree, it's the biggest risk.
It's like, you know, Facebook cutting or LinkedIn changing their API rules, right? So if you're making money on their assets and they're not happy with it, so they'll have to change. First, my condolences about your status in 3 airlines, you know. This should be harsh, you know, to fly that much. Where's your business model?
Yes. So the first, currently it's for free. After a year, we want to charge the guests €5 or $5 in US market, because the median airport spend for food and beverage is $7.20 per passenger. So half of passengers spend more than $7 just for food and beverage at an airport. With $5, you can hedge your cost. And the incentive for the frequent flyer is either sex or we're currently integrating a point system, so you can choose among a couple of non-profits. For instance, if you let 3 people in the lounge within a month, we're going to plant a tree in the rainforest of Borneo. If you're a power user and do 20 hookups or matches in 1 year, we're going to adopt a very cute orangutan orphan which lost his parents. Because we first were thinking about giving money to the frequent flyers, but they're anyway like making 100,000 euros net per year, so they're not interested in making $5 or something per match.
I don't even know what I want to ask, but you said you got a lot of media coverage, so I'm wondering, like, what are the numbers behind the app today?
Yes.
Like, how many people?
25,000 users. 25% of these are actually frequent flyers. We actually only need 5% of the users being frequent flyers because they are 20 times more in the air than ordinary flyers. That is without any single cent spent on marketing. I bootstrapped the entire development, and now we're raising money to actually get the apps ready because it's currently only browser-based, and starting a big marketing campaign.
Okay,
250K.
Thank you very much.